Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am tuned in here with David Rajuili. He is preparing for a fight against Anthony Yigit. He'll be fighting in Denmark this weekend coming up, alongside Johnny the Hurricane Miller, also from South Africa, on the bill. David, welcome to SA Boxing Talk again. 6-round contest coming up. How are you feeling?
Yo, Hayden, what's happening? Thanks for having me once again on your show, brother. Always keeping me on your platform and updated with the South African boxing lovers, and thank you very much. Yeah, man, got a good fight coming up now. Anthony Yigit, 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 however you say it. I'm African, I
Yeah.
say Yigit. But yeah, very exciting. Firstly, the most exciting part is being on another big undercard on the IBF international title, which will be headlined by Johnny Muller. I'm very excited about this. Uh, it's going to be good. Just very excited. Fighting uh, in Denmark on the IBF undercard. My last one was a WBO undercard. So it seems like with the losses, I'm doing something right. And yeah, it's another big fight. Yigiti is going to be my toughest opponent to date, my biggest name to date. And I'm looking forward to it. Hey, he's had about 32 fights. I'm on 27 now, so it's those kind of fights that make sense, really, and it's those kind of fights where I believe, if you keep fighting for a couple of years and you push through in your career, you get to fight these big names like Anthony Yigiti.
Yeah, he's obviously a big name. He's fought some really good guys, including Rolando Romero, Keishon Davis. He's fought Baranchek twice, actually. So he's been in the ring with some serious operators. And I know you've also been in the ring with some good guys, but this is definitely the biggest name that you would have been in the ring with so far in your career. Explain to us, you got 6 rounds. How do you beat this guy?
Yo, 6 rounds. Well, the thing is not to change David Rajuili's style at the end of the day. Um, just gonna go in there, walk him down. Uh, there's something that happened many years ago in Cape Town. I think I fought with Matthew Leashing. He was my coach, and when I trained for Siegel, the original thing was to walk him down and to use the jab, and it really worked. So we went back to fundamentals and we saw what his strengths, my strengths, and really worked on my strengths for this fight. So the fitness will be not 100%, but at 200, 300%. And, we'll be really walking him down, bringing the fight to him. Yigiti likes to fight. Um, and he does have some, I've noticed he's got some, he makes some mistakes here and there. Like every man, no one is perfect in the boxing ring. So we're gonna capitalize on those mistakes and just bring the fight to him. I think he's very comfortable where he is at the moment. Him being who he is, it's also something. It's different when you're in there and you have an opponent in front of you who brings the fight to you, who's ready to give it all and to take everything from you. And that's the mindset and the mentality we're going into. So it's going to be very good. I think this, like you guys heard Canelo say, this is the best Canelo you'll see. For me, this has been the best training camp I've had in the past 12 weeks. I always say that, but with this one, we really sat down and changed up the team a little bit, and we really worked on fundamentals and real game plan going into this fight. So fitness and all. So I'm very excited. I even got to do some weeks in back in Karlsruhe with my old trainer Dominique Younger. So trained with the twins in up east side of Germany. So it's been a good camp. Like I say, I've had help from Dominique and also things have been very good for this fight. I'm not just excited. A lot of people in Germany as well are excited. The German people, the German boxing people are also excited because it's I'm representing South Africa but I am licensed under the German Federation. So it's a big name also for the federation for me to fight like Anthony Yigit. You know, they're telling me it's time to make history. It's time to make history for Germany because a win here will set up a nice big fight and maybe bring it here to Germany. And the promoters would love to jump on such opportunity.
I just want to continue with that point you made. You did mention that you got in a little bit of time with your previous trainer, and of course, what is your current setup looking like as a whole? Who's going to be in the corner with you? Who's going to be walking you out to the ring and giving you instructions throughout the fights?
So at the moment, I had to change up. My coach is not feeling well at the moment. God bless him. I will still have my corner man, my training partner that I've had for all my fights. He's been with me since I started fighting in April. He's my trainer. He trains with me. We do strength conditioning together. We do all. He's Laszlo. And then the crazy story. My whole life, I started boxing. I don't know how this happened, but when I started boxing, I watched a man called Brian Mitchell box. And the crazy thing is, Harold Forberg was in his corner then throughout his career. And when I got into this situation of my coach being a little bit ill, not being able to make it, I thought to myself, what am I going to do? And luckily, I was speaking to Nathan Mitchell, and he was like, hey, bro, Harold will be there. I'll get my dad to speak to Harold, and let's help you out. So in the corner, I'll be walking in with Harold Forberg and my guy here in Germany, Laszlo. So yeah, it's like a dream come true a little bit. I always idolized Brian Mitchell because, as I said, I watched Brian Mitchell the night before I started boxing about 12 years ago. And, Harold Forberg was his coach then. And here I'm saying I'm having my last fight and, I get to really go in the corner with my idol's coach. So I'm looking forward to working with Harold and his team. They will do my hands, they will assist in the corner and so forth. So I'm looking forward to it. Me and Johnny, I think by the looks of things, we'll be sharing a change room and so forth. So it's going to be a nice reunion. I used to know Johnny also from back in the past. When I was still starting my pro career, I actually jumped around many gyms with, Anna was my sponsor trying to get me going. I went to Manny's gym, Manny Fernandez for a year. And then I was actually with Flo and Johnny Muller and Tommy Oosthuizen and Harold and Brian Mitchell. He was managing the guys there by Turf and Team. So I know the guys. It's been many years since I saw Johnny Muller. Since that time, actually, he used to take me to the taxi rank of the boxing. He would drop me off so I can get back home. I was living in Soweto at the time. So it's going to be very, very nice to have this reunion with Johnny and with Coach Harold. We've been speaking via WhatsApp. And yeah, we're looking forward to it. And I think just having Harold in my corner, I think that's going to evaluate me as a fighter as well. Because, the whole time, even in training camp, it's in the back of my head that I have my hero, my idol's coach in my corner. It's time for me to show that who's a real road warrior here. And I think just having his presence in my corner, it's going to bring out the best in me. Also fighting an opponents like Yigeti, the opponents also, they bring out the best in you. He comes on his top game. You have to be at the best game. So I think it's going to be very exciting. A little bit technical, but it's going to be a fight. I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Have your idol? I know is you said Brian Mitchell, and have you spoken to him before the fights? He obviously in his career was in many big fights and was on the big stage and the big moments in the world title fights. Have you actually got in contact with him before the fight just to, you know, maybe lean on him for some advice?
No, I don't. Not no, no, no. I haven't done that. My whole career, actually, I haven't done that. But I do get messages from him sometimes just to wish me good luck and so forth. But yeah, not necessarily phone calls and all of this. No, I don't think. I think only for Golden Glove boxers, eh?
Okay, okay, I see. Yeah. So David, I mean, this 6 rounds, right? You mentioned you don't want to alter too much of your game plan, your style. You know, you just want to go in there and just basically put out the best performance that you can put out. Does it work in your advantage or does it work against you 6 rounds? Let's just put that question out there plainly.
There's 6 rounds. It's a disadvantage. I'm an eight, not even 8 rounds. I'm a 12 round, 10, 12 round fighter. You know, uh, but hey, this is what we were given. At the end of the day, this is what you know. The truth is, with this fight, I was offered Yigiti, and then we fought for. I asked for more rounds. I got offered maybe a WBF title, but with another fighter at the lightweight division for 10 yes, for a title fight, possibly a WBF title, and same money, but I'm fighting a guy. They wanted me to fight a guy they're trying to build up in Denmark. So I thought about it. I was like, no, why should I risk me coming to Denmark, you to fight your fighter, okay, you trying to build him up? I know what it is like to be an away fighter going into these guys. I've already been, it's going to be my 4th fight this year, you know. um, with these away fighters is your chance of winning is very slim. No matter what you do, you can go 10 rounds not going down. If they're building up a fighter and you're an away fighter, your chances of winning are very, very, very slim. You know, we see that also with the Golden Glove boys. We know if it goes to the books, these guys are winning. You know, no matter what kind of fight it was. So I said to them, no. And the guy was ranked 700. So I said, no. At the end of the day, I have nothing to lose. Okay, he gains. So what's been happening to me this is that these guys that I've been fighting, the Shadalovs and all of them, they're gaining off me via box rank. So I would fight a guy like Joe Bellamy in June. He was ranked 140 at the time. After our 8 rounder, he's ranked in the top 60, top 70. I'll fight a guy like Shadalov. He's ranked in the what was he? I think 500 or no, 700, 600. Okay, at the time before he fought me, he fights me, we fight. Now he's ranked in the top 200, top 300. So the guys are gaining a lot of points off me via box rec, you know. So I spoke to the promoter. I said, listen, at the end of the day, Yigiti is in the 120, 120s, you know. He's got nothing to lose, you know. He's a name already. I've got a lot to gain at the end of the day, you know. I beat Yigiti. I'm straight in the 150s, you know. That for me makes more money, more sense than asking the promoters to give me double the purse or some shit like that, you know. If it's going to make sense like that, then I'd rather take on the hard fight of 6 rounds than leave the title fight where I'm going to be in there fighting for another title. And I know no matter what, I need to knock this guy out cold for me to win this fight, you know. So I took that risk to say, let's do the 6 rounds, and it's Yigiti. And, you know, he's the type of fighter that I think we should. So that's another thing that I took into consideration to say, okay, I've got 6 rounds. We suit each other, me and this guy. We lions. He's got a big heart in fighting. I got a big heart. I come forward when I have to, and you know, for me, I fear no man. He shows that as well. So that's why I say it's going to be more of a very big fight, than technical working behind the jab and stuff like that. So it's going to be exciting, and I think I can do it in 6 rounds. I've been doing 8 rounds, 8 rounds, 6 rounds. This will be another 6 rounder. So mentally, my body and my chest, my lungs are ready for such a fight, you know.
All
And
right.
Yes, and if you watch Yigit, he's a big name in boxing. He's one of those names though that he's he's just carrying his name. He is wearing out, you know. Even with his last fight a few weeks ago on the USIC undercard, you see after round 4, the man is wearing out. He starts to decline. Even against uh, he fought Quinn also this year in round 4. He starts to decline. When he fought Keith Davies, you also see in a round 4, round 5, he starts to decline. You know, maybe something's happening in his training. We don't know. You know, I asked them for lightweight with Yigiti. They want catch weight at 65 kgs. So it all of this comes into play. Why would you want 65? What's happening? Is he fully committed into training? Is he training as hard as he used to be in his prime? You can say 3-4 years ago, 2 years ago in his prime. He was really training hard, doing the 12-round fights and stuff like this. Now that you want to decline, what is happening? And I use this to my advantage to say, okay, if this man is declining, if maybe he's not putting in as much work, you know, in the gym and stuff like that, this gives me a chance to do 10 times what he's doing, put in the work and so forth. So I'm excited, Hayden. I'm very, very excited.
Well, we're excited too here at SA Boxing Talk, and obviously all the people that are following the channel. Obviously, October the 7th, this weekend coming. We're going to stay tuned for that fight link as well. I'm sure you'll send that in on your social media.
Yes, on social media, or I'll even drop it to you personally. And it's going to be good. It's really going to be good. I've got a great feeling about this. Like I even said, you know, like Canelo this weekend, he said, this is the best Canelo that the world has seen or will carry on seeing. And that's how I feel at the moment. This will be the best David Rajuili that, you know, after all these years that finally comes up. And I think that also having Harold in my corner, he's going to evaluate this. He's going to bring this up, you know. It's already just knowing he's there in the past 3 weeks has increased me in my training and so forth, because at the end of the day, it's my idol's coach. Like I said, I want to show who the real road warrior is, you know. I love that.
I like that one. Actually, could use that as a title of the video. David, thank you very much for logging in. You just put yourself on mute there for a second there. Thank you very much for logging in, and we will see you in the ring doing your thing. Anthony Yigit from Sweden, the fight taking place in Denmark. All the best, David.
Thank you, brother. It looks like I froze.
Yeah, you have, but we can hear your voice.
Okay. Thank you, brother. I got a lovely smile. But thank you, brother. Thank you very much, man. Once again, to the South African fans and to the fans of SA Boxing Talk, stay tuned this Saturday as I go head-to-head with Anthony Yigit. And trust me, this is a fight that you don't want to miss. This is a fight you want to sit down with your family. And not just me, guys. Let's also support our fellow South African, Johnny Muller, who will also be in action fighting for the IBF, the international title. It's going to be good. Us South Africans going there together and just showing the will and the power of South African fighters, what we have. And I hope you guys enjoy the fight. And we'll see what happens from here. And looking forward to sitting down and talking to you again, brother. And I'm sure we will with another exciting big fight. I have a big feeling about this.